Halo 4 gave us a green screen in Forge, which is pretty awesome for anyone who wants to green screen, or chroma key, their footage against any other, image or background or whatever. But if you're in Halo Reach, it's a bit of a struggle to do. However, it can be done, and I'm here to show you how to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus from Multi-Dream Productions. Please be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want to see more, and, all that other junk. So, first off, you're going to need After Effects, because Vegas Pro, it's just not going to cut it. It's just not a good enough visual editing program to get this done. But, it's a bit of a stretch, but if you really want this to happen, then After Effects is the way to go. So, first off, finding the screen. If you load up this nice pretty map of Boardwalk, I almost called it New Alexandria because of the sign. You load up Boardwalk and you come to this little room here. There's a nice kind of low textured orange wall with kind of well lit by the two lights beside it. Works pretty well for most Spartans, unless you are brown or kind of orangey, or with a gold visor like I have. So that's not too spectacular because it's just going to cut off part of my face. So it's up to me, and it'll be up to you, to find another wall. But if you happen to not be a blue Spartan or have a blue visor, then this blue wall I found will work pretty well for you too. I just had to hang two lights up so it was lit well, and then put a crate there so I could actually access it, as well as a gravity lift so I could get up there. And it just happens to take me a couple billion attempts, so I might just speed this bit up a bit. La 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 la, you're not seeing me fail, I'm so professional, and I'm up. So, you're going to want to be in Slayer, or I guess just whatever you want to record your, whatever game type, sorry, you want to record your video in. Act it out in Slayer, come back in theater mode so you can record it without the HUD, or I guess if you want the HUD in it for whatever kind of HUD effect, that also works. Just act out your scene. I'm just doing a basic thing just to outline how this goes, so I'm just going to do sort of nothing here. If you want a more in-depth tutorial after this, if this doesn't tell you all that you need, then be sure to let me know and I'll make a longer one. So once you've recorded it, you want to open up After Effects, do your standard 1280 by 720 project, because that's what your game renders at, unless you're doing 1080p at 30 frames, which is another option, or 1080i, which I would not recommend for action scenes. Anyway, off topic here, import the files, bring it into the composition, find the part where you're going to screen yourself. I'm just going to skip right ahead, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, there I am. Now, if you recorded like I did, unprofessionally and like an idiot, there's this kind of black line here that you might want to get rid of. The way we do that is we grab the masking tool, which pretty much just outlines what we want out of that one particular picture, and don't be an idiot like me and almost hit the line I'm trying to avoid right there. And just draw this line around him. It doesn't matter if I go outside the film, I'm not picking up anything that I don't need. Like that, you'll see it just cuts it out perfectly like that. Now you've got that nice lineless thing there, so it won't interfere with the chroma key. So you want to open Effects, Keying, and then Keylight 1.2. Grab the sample and sample the most in-between blue color you could find. I'm just making this fast, I'll just choose this one at random. And you can see it looks pretty well, but once you add a background behind it, you'll see things differently. If you go to Screen Matte, you can see the exact, the exact keying effects. You can see the white is what stays, the black is what doesn't. So in the background there, you can see everything's going a bit wrong. So open up Screen Matte, and you can change the Clip Black and Clip White settings to kind of fix that up. I'm not obviously going to provide you with the world's best way of how to do this. This is just a basic outline. It is up to you guys to kind of figure out what works best for your shot. You can keep switching back to final result if that works best for you. I'm going to import a background image, just a random one in my pictures folder, just to kind of show you what it'll look like in its final result, because it's not quite finished yet. As you might have seen earlier on this screen mat, I'm just going to pull that onto the video file. On the screen mat, there was a bit of black in the spot, and that means that was getting cut out. So you can see there, it's faded. That blue from the blue from the galaxy, Jesus Christ, Marcus, blue from the galaxy background is shining through. Sorry for my bloody brain hemorrhage back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably turn that off and create a new solid, because I just want to change up the edges of it, because the edges are a bit sharp, a bit kind of chunky. I don't really know how to describe that. You can't really see me change the color here because I'm doing it dual monitor, but it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm doing. Just making a white solid background, being an idiot, placing it over my footage, placing it under my footage. You can see there, if you look at the what's called the barrel of the rifle, I guess, and like the edge of the helmet, it's a bit, it's a bit not okay. So if you turn up that chroma blur or screen blur, whatever it says, I can't quite read it. It'll probably fix that for you. You don't want to do it too much. I think I might have overdone it and made me look a bit blurry, but like I said, just making a fast, easy tutorial. It's up to you guys to experiment, mess around. But now I've got to, sorry for the pause there, but now I've got to get rid of that black stuff, because that's creating the blue that I don't want. So I'm going to come down in a second. I'm just going to mess with a screen balance here. It's one of the many things you can mess with to kind of get a different result, but if you pull it the wrong way, like I'm about to, then you'll end up with that's not what you want. You don't want more grey, you don't want more white in the background, So you come down here to clip black and clip white, and that can kind of get your job done a bit better. As I drag that down, it's clipping the white back, and it's doing a pretty good job, but if you do it too far, it starts to cut out what you kind of need to keep, and that's just no good. So I'll pull up my final result again. I'm definitely less blue, but if you're really a perfectionist and there's stuff there that you still don't like, then an alternative here for a single shot, it gets a bit complicated with moving shots, but I can do an extended video on that if you guys would like. Just make sure to leave a comment below. To get rid of that, you want to click on your footage and then Control D to duplicate it. There we go. Make sure you've clicked on the top one right there, and grab a masking tool like we did before, and you're actually going to want to outline the grey parts we want to get rid of. And when we do that, it should cut it out of the effect and cut it out of the footage. So very specifically, that layer that we don't want to be partially blue is safe from the effect, and that way it looks really nice for that one picture of him just standing there with a pointless galaxy background. Probably can't breathe because there's no oxygen, but you know, I'm just a tutorial, guys. You can figure out your own shit. Where am I going with this? Sorry guys, I don't really know how to tell you how to draw a circle. There's not really much I can say here, and awkward silences are just a pain, but I guess awkward conversations with no one are just as bad. So once you've got that line there, if you switch back to final result, you should see the difference. You can obviously disable key light for that, and that'll make a difference, but I think it might also remove some stuff you don't want to. I think it might remove the what's keeping the wall away. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it masked like that, and if I pull up both footages and swipe back and forth, you should be able to see the edges get a bit thicker. That's nothing to really concern yourself about unless you're a super perfectionist. But as for that blue part there near his hips, you can see as I was flicking back and forth there that it looked a lot better with it turned on. It kind of got rid of that blue effect that we didn't really want. And I think that's about it for a still image. I mean, if you would like to see how to do, like, I keep saying like, guys, sorry, I sound like an idiot teenager. If you would like to see, like, once again, if you would like to see how to kind of do that same secondary masking effect with moving pictures, I'm sounding like an old man now. I've gone from teenager to old man. If you'd like to see that same effect with a moving shot, let me know. I'll do another more complex video on how to move the mask and keyframe it and everything. But for the most part, if you choose your blue at the very start a bit better and clip your white better, you won't really have that problem. I just made a bit of a boo-boo because I was just on the fly trying to get this done as fast as possible for you guys. You can see there, that black line on the side, it's kind of returned, and we don't want that because obviously I guess the camera moved and therefore the mask moved with it. So I'll go back to my first original footage, and I'll zoom out in a minute, unless I'm on the wrong bit of footage like an idiot. That black line there will be solved when I click on the right bit of footage. There we go. Go into masks and change up that mask number 1 so that I've opened up a menu. Give me a second. There we go. Change up that mask number 1 and just pull it over the black line, and you'll see it just disappear like magic. There you go. Finally got that part right. That's part of the motion masks thing that would be included with my more detailed tutorial. If you guys would like to see that, just leave a comment. So that's pretty much all there is to it, to the very basics of Chroma King. You know, it looks alright. I did it in a few minutes. I wasn't really focusing that much. I'm just kind of messing around, just trying to get this stuff done fast. It's all up to you guys to explore with the options and settings, see what works best for you, as I said earlier. So here's the final result here that you're seeing on screen. It's just, you know, him standing in the background. It's all fine. Well, you know, I guess I've run out of stuff to say. You've heard what you need to hear. So, like I said at the start, like I keep begging you to do, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, because I want honesty, guys. Come on, honesty. And comment if you want something more. Comment if you want Halo 3. If you want to see how to do it in Halo 3, I'll absolutely tell you. If you want to see how to do it more detailed in Halo Reach, tell me. I'll do that. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a blast. Probably not for you, but for me it has. That extra view. I love you all. Subscribe for more. Goodbye.